It has long been debated whether or not Christians are allowed to have tattoos which are either visible or not visible. There are many different opinions on this subject, so that is why in this video we will answer 3 questions that you should consider if you are thinking about having a tattoo. The first question is, what does the Bible say about tattoos? In order to answer this question, we will go in Leviticus 19 with verse 28, where we read the following. Do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on yourselves. I am the Lord. From here, we can easily determine that having a tattoo was directly forbidden by our God, who didn't want his children to mark themselves in any way. This comes in the context of an ancient world where an idolatrous person who was dedicated to a god had to be marked with the symbol of that specific god in order to show servitude to him. In ancient Egypt, for example, the people marked with tattoos were prostitutes, priests, temple servants, and slaves. The second question to consider is, did any of the apostles have tattoos? As we read the New Testament, Brit Hadashah in Hebrew, we do not find any indication that Jesus or his apostles had or considered having any tattoos. More than that, Apostle Paul makes a good case by explaining in 1 Corinthians 6 that our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Do you not know that your bodies are the temples of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. In this context, we could ask ourselves, what gives me the right to modify my God-given natural body with inscriptions of any sort? Some might argue that they want to have one or multiple Bible verses tattooed in order for people to see that they belong to God. But using this logic, wouldn't it be easier to wear clothes that have biblical messages and don't interfere with the natural aspect of your body? Wouldn't it be more easier and practical to glorify God in this way? I believe this makes more sense. The third question is, what are the risks of getting a tattoo? Getting a tattoo is not something very safe, considering the fact that your skin is being pierced with a very sharp needle and colored with a pigment that may contain metals. The risks that you expose yourself with getting a tattoo vary from allergies, swelling, and scars to blood infections that could give you an unwanted disease like hepatitis and HIV. If we were to consider all of the facts mentioned earlier in this video, we can safely conclude that having a tattoo is not a good decision because God has forbidden this type of expression for his children. Modifying the natural look of our body with a tattoo of a Bible verse will not glorify God in any way, as neither the Messiah or his apostles had any tattoos on their bodies. The best way to glorify God is through a balanced life with an appropriate behavior and good deeds that result from you following God's instructions. This way, people will see you as a positive example and desire to change their lives and turn back to God. If you like this video, don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more content like this. May the God of Israel bless you wherever you are.